Europe's border system is going digital, so get ready for some new lanes in 2025. And bye-bye to passport stamps. Starting today, October 12th, 2025, the new passport stamp system 2.0 goes into effect. The EES entry-exit system, phase 1 of the EU's new digital plan, goes into play. It's going to be phased in from now until next April 2026 to give us some time to adjust. So here are all the things that we need to know to be prepared so that we can board our plane and not get left behind. I'm Andrea with A Glimpse of Good Travels, and I am on the YouTube to help you travel well, travel light, and travel in your own kind of style. And today, I'm here to make sure that you don't get left behind and that you get all of the documentation you need so that you can make it into the EU without any problems. This is pretty important stuff. So I have, in my research, made notes, and I'm going to read them from time to time so that I get it exactly right, so that I get you all of the accurate information that you need so that you don't have any travel problems. I will also put in the description a past video that can be helpful with your passport information, as well as all of the official government website. Make sure that if you use an AI source that you double check that information. Go to the links that I've put below, because those are the official sites from where all this information came from. That's going to be your most accurate and up-to-date information to help you travel well. The entry-exit system, EES, which begins today, October 12th, 2025. What is it? And what do you need to do? It is a biometric, biometric tracking system for non-EU citizens. It's to make things safer for coming into those countries and crossing over into other borders. So this summer we went from Venice, Italy, and we drove to Croatia. So crossing those borders, they want to track and make sure they know where you are. They have a record of that through our fingerprints and facial recognition. So the first time you enter into the EU, the Shengen region, it is going to take our fingerprints and our facial recognition and put it into the file so that that will be kept on file, so the next time you cross a border or go through, it'll already be in there and you'll be ready to go. If you are going to be traveling to these EU countries in the next month or two, pack your patience. It's going to take some time, as with any new system. When we did our real IDs, it takes a little practice and the lines might be longer. Plan ahead, go a little earlier, and be patient with them. They're learning, you're learning. So the next time when you go through and you're already in the system, it'll be much smoother. Do you have to do this to get into the EU countries? Yes, you do. It's a requirement, just like the ETA to get into the UK that started back in January, just like the ESTA that we have here in the United States. Now the EU is jumping on board with their EES system, which is going to phase into their next system that I'll get into in a minute. What are the consequences? So overstaying your 90-day allowance within that 180-day window now becomes detectable. They know you're there and they need to see when you exit. You can have fines, be barred, troubles later for entry into travel if things look odd. Renew your passport or have to change your passport, you're going to have to go through that again. Since it's attached to your passport information, it's a new process. When I talked about any of your passport changes, that goes for if you have dual citizenship also. When you have dual citizenship, say with the United States and with a country in the EU, bring both of those passports and don't change mid-trip. You have them both with you in case you're questioned, but don't say use your U.S. passport when you're getting on the flight and then switch to your EU country passport when you get over to Europe. Use the same one the whole trip, but do carry them both with you. Okay, so you've made it through phase 1. You've got your Face ID and your fingerprints all on file. phase 2 is going to come in the last part of 2026, and that's the ETIAS, the European Travel Information and Authorization System. That's phase 2. For the ETIAS, you will also have to pre-apply, just like you have to do for the ESTA coming into the United States or the ETA going into the UK countries. You have to fill all that information out online. It needs your personal information, passport data, trip info, and maybe requires some security check. Everyone's individual, depending on your circumstances and your background. So more information may be requested from you than for others, so that you give yourself enough time before you leave for your trip that you can get that authorization approval back and be stress-free. With the ETIAS, there is going to be a fee, and right now they're estimating it at about 20 euros. It's valid for 3 years or until that passport that you're using expires, and then you'll have to reapply. All of this, as it phases in, is in a transitional period. So I always reiterate, be patient, be kind, because it's new to all of us and we're all kind of learning. If we give ourselves enough time applying for it, or at the day of at the airport, arriving early, it reduces the stress level for us. How to plan for it. The most important thing is don't wait till the last minute. Again, I know I sound like a broken record. Apply a week, weeks in advance. Say the day you book your plane ticket. Apply for that ETIAS so that you have it when you're ready to go. Make sure that your passport is valid at least 6 months. If you're getting close to expiration date, you get that new passport for another 10 years before you apply to the ETIAS. So it will attach to the passport and you'll be good for 3 years. Save and carry your confirmation for the ETIAS, both digitally, maybe download it, make a paper copy. A great app for that is called Tripit. I'll put that in the description below as well. It keeps track of all of your information, your hotels, your airlines, your reservations, all of that you can keep in the app, which keeps it in the same place. So you're not scrolling through your emails and trying to find it separately. Makes it very convenient. I also keep up to date on this mainly because of our travels. I like to post that in my weekly newsletter. Again, down in the bottom, I'll put a link to the newsletter. So I keep all of my email subscribers up to date with that information, along with links to the sites if they want to double check that information. Sites out there, especially when the ETA for the UK first popped up in January, there were so many sites that came up and said, let us apply for you. It's a simple $99 charge. Well, it doesn't take that long, and it's pretty simple to do it all in the app, and it shouldn't cost you more than $20. Yes, you can have someone else apply for you, but really, I believe in you. You can do it and save yourself a bundle of money to buy that pair of shoes that you wanted over in Milan. Something like that. ETA, the electronic travel authorization that the UK put into effect in January, I'll go over those details real quick. Also, the UK countries, which is England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Those you all need an ETA attached to your passport. Again, there is an app to apply for it. Attach it to your passport. You get that email and you're good to go. The fee is £16 currently. You can do it multiple visits for up to 2 years, or again until your passport expires. The tricky part of the ETA is it's not only to enter the UK countries. If your connection lands in London and you have to go through customs in London Heathrow, you will need that ETA, even if you're not staying in a UK country. So just be aware of that and double check with your airline, or they have a quiz of, do I need the ETA to go through? Click on that and take that quick quiz to kind of help you out of if you're just making a connection through there. I did my parents' ETA application when they were flying through London Heathrow this summer to meet up with us, and it was very easy for me to do. If you are flying with your parents who maybe aren't as tech savvy, you can do that for them. You just need to make sure that you have their phone, their passport themselves, because you'll have to take a picture of them, and a valid email. those 4 things, and then you can apply for them, even if you're not traveling with them, and get that all done. And then the last one, ESTA. It's the same type of process where you have to apply before you can enter. It's valid for 2 years. There is a fee, so make sure that you plan ahead if you're coming from outside the United States. I have a quick little grid that gives you everything on the EES, the ETIAS, the UK ETA, and the US ESTA. So there's a quick little grid and breakdown for you to see where you're traveling to next and what authorization that you might need. The key takeaway from all of these applications that we're having to attach to our passport now is we have to plan ahead. We're going to have to take a few extra steps and make these applications, attach them to our passport, and kind of keep track of them over the years. In the long run, it's there to make us safer when we cross the borders, keep us all in check, and hopefully to keep it an easier way to travel without worries in the future. Overall, I've got you covered. Travel note, I send updates in that each week to keep you up to date, little reminder checklists that will help plan that trip without any worries in the world. Speaking of checklists, here's a checklist that you can use really quick. Take a screenshot of it, and it's one, check your passport. Does it have enough validity? Remember, most countries require 3 to 6 months past the date that you'll be leaving through the country. Does everything look good on your passport, like it's machine readable? Set your reminders. So if you have booked your plane ticket, make sure that you set that reminder that, oh yes, I need to apply for, and then list all those initials that we now have to get. Bookmark any official sites either on your phone or on your computer. Stay away from all of the shady middle people that want to make a fast buck or may not be wanting your information for legitimate reasons. Plan a buffer time for all travel days and any border crossings, especially during these early months when it's new to everyone. Save your confirmations in your email, or take a screenshot, print them, or use that Tripit app, and then document your trip details, whether it be your hotel bookings, your return flight. Put it in your notes app so it's all in one spot that you can quickly scan to it if you are questioned at a border or at customs in the airport. It'll make it easier and faster for you to get things done. Again, I'm Andrea with a glimpse of good travels, here each week to help you travel well, travel light, and travel in your own kind of style. Happy travels! And our facial recognition, or face, rewind, or